Hello everyone and welcome back to Collegedunia Study Abroad. Today I have somebody जो अपनी masters pursue कर रहे हैं from Australia, specifically from Western Sydney University. He is doing his masters in engineering, masters in electrical to be specific. And let's just push towards the conversation, and I will ask the student to introduce himself to you guys. However, this whole conversation is very detailed. We talked about how it is like studying in Australia, how is his campus life going on, how is the job prospect looking at, the part-time jobs, the scholarship amount as well. The student got some scholarships, so make sure that you are watching this whole video till the end. In some parts of the video, we also acknowledged racism and how international students are dealing with the whole scenario there. So make sure that you are watching this whole video till the end. If you like the information that we have covered in this video, do not forget to hit the like button. Subscribe to our channel as well. We are 15k now. Thank you so much for doing that. And if you also have a study abroad dream, check out the first link in the description box. Mention your basic details and our expert counselors will reach out to you very soon. We have two very interesting offerings, the visa guarantee package and the offer letter guarantee package. So make sure आप उसके बारे में भी हमारे expert counselor से बात कर रहे हो. Now, without wasting any more time, let's move ahead in the conversation. Hi Sai, what's up? Do you want to introduce yourself to our viewers?
Hi everyone, I'm Sai. So I'm basically from Vizag, Andhra. I did my bachelor's in Amrita University, Bangalore. I did bachelor's in electrical. Now I'm here in Australia pursuing master's in electrical in Western Sydney. I gave my PTE.
Okay, perfect. Sai, couple questions now. Why did you choose Australia? Let's start from there. And why not other countries? US was there, UK was there.
Yeah, right. When I started off thinking about pursuing a master's, then I got many countries in my mind. I thought of going to US, I thought of going to Canada. I also thought of going to Singapore and England. But I ultimately boiled down to Australia and Sydney because there are multiple reasons why I have chosen Sydney or other countries. So one being, Sydney is somewhere close to India compared to other countries. Canada and America are way too far from India. And UK is good, not relatively very far compared to UK, compared to America and Canada. But
what is the flight time that we are looking at for Sydney?
It takes around 13 hours from here to my hometown, my city, Vizag.
Right.
So there is a direct flight, not a direct flight.
Okay. So one reason was the distance. Any other reason for choosing Australia?
One more thing is study geopolitical situations here. So it's very. I came to know that Australia is very stable place. I mean, not much of crime, not much of things going on. Whereas we have seen news articles saying some student got killed in some particular state in US.
Right. Of course.
So
US,
so
UK,
it's like
Canada for that.
Here.
Right. US, UK, Canada for that matter are pretty conflicted right now. Canada especially. UK and US are still okay.
Yeah, right.
However, the crime rates in US are a bit concerning. Good choice. Now talking about once you made up your mind of going to Australia, how did you land up at Western Sydney and what was the whole admission process? How did you start your research?
Yeah, after boiling down to Australia, one of the reasons why I chose Australia is also because of fees, the course cost. Back in US or Canada, it's cheap, but in US, comparatively, the electrical courses are a bit expensive than Australia. That's one of the factors or reasons why I chose Australia. So coming to Australia, there are many other universities. If you are in Sydney, if you are in Melbourne, we got few more in Brisbane, other parts of Australia. So first I want to fix onto a location where there is a good market around. So I'm into electrical. So Sydney is place where majority of electrical firms are situated. So I thought studying in Sydney would be wise decision because I get a lot of access to the market. I get opportunities. That's one of the reasons why I chose Sydney. So in Sydney, now we are further boiling down to getting narrow with the choices. So I had couple of universities in my mind when I chose Sydney, like Macquarie University, University of Technology Sydney, Western Sydney University. I consider all three. I have gone through the rankings, and then I have also gone through the uh, uni websites. I have gone through their campus tours. I have gone through their curriculum, and I have gone through multiple YouTube videos. And then I came to know that Macquarie University and University of Technology Sydney are like creeping up. They are like one single building, which creeps up to 40 floors or 30 floors, something like that. Whereas Western Sydney Uni is something like which is very vast and wide. It's like it doesn't creep up. We do have buildings, taller buildings, but we got good playgrounds, we got vast area. So it gives a college university vibe.
Right.
Yeah, so
Just like how universities
I
are
really
supposed
liked
to
it.
be. Like.
Yeah. So I really like the campuses, the Western Sydney campuses. And one more thing is the college fee. The college fee and scholarships at the Western Sydney is comparatively affordable than University of Technology Sydney or Macquarie University.
Okay.
And the scholarship is also a bit good.
Okay.
I mean,
So
I'm
we'll come to your tuition fee and your scholarships a little later in the conversation. But I want to ask about the admission process. What are the basic eligibility requirements for Western Sydney if somebody has to pursue masters in engineering, that too majoring in electrical?
So if someone is looking to pursue masters in electrical in here in Western Sydney, the basic requirement is to file an admission. We need to have at least 50 marks in PTE. That's the base score. If we scored 50 marks in PTE, then we are good to apply for admission. Okay. Apart from that, there are also financial requirements, like we need to show the university that we at least have 1 year of tuition fee with us.
Okay.
So not just 1 year of tuition fee, we also need to show tuition fee along with the living expenses overall for 1 year at least.
Right.
So that is one of the criteria, financial criteria. Then the other requirements are like we need to have similar background. The person should come from similar background. I mean, it's a bit tricky here.
The past education should be in line with whatever you're gonna pursue.
Because see, there are many other reasons why you need to do this. I mean, it's a bit tricky here because people can still apply for doing masters in electrical, though they have done different course in their bachelor's back there. But the thing is, after coming here, a lot of people come here to make a living for long-term living here. I mean, they want to settle here, they want to get a job here, get a PR, get a citizenship and settle here. So if someone is coming with that motto, it's really important to have the common background. It's really important to have an electrical background if they're looking to pursue masters in electrical, because after pursuing masters, we got to do skill assessment.
Okay.
So it's something every graduate who graduates should go through. There's something called skill assessment. So there, a few courses are in pathway to PR, few other courses are not in pathway to PR.
Okay.
So if someone is looking, someone is aspiring to become a citizen here, someone is want to settle here, then I recommend them to have a same background.
All right. Now, talking more about your admission process, what all steps were required? Let's say now you have applied. In how much time did the folks at Western Sydney respond to your application? And then what were the basic documentations that were required?
So coming to documentations, we need to submit SOP, LOR. These two are asked. So statement of purpose, recommendations. At least 2 LORs. Okay. So other documentations are our certificates, like graduation certificates, inter certificates, and academic transcripts.
Right.
So we need to submit our academic transcripts, and also we need to submit our financial documents showing evidence of 1 year fee at least, 1 year tuition fee and living expenses. Other than that, we need to also show the bank balance of people who are actually sponsoring our education. In
Okay.
my case, parents, we also need to submit a PAN card, link it to the bank account.
Hmm.
So all these details were asked by the uni. I mean, if we have clearly shown the evidence that we have the required financial funds in our account, and we also show that they are not fake, they are original, we are not making up things. If
Hmm.
we make that clear, we will get the admission quickly.
Hmm.
Here, two things will be seen. The first thing is finance. The second thing is genuinity and transparency. It's
Okay.
the more documents we provide, it's more confirming that it's genuine. It's
Hmm.
not fraud. So, if we do submit a lot of evidences to our financial statements, we could get the admission soon.
Okay.
I
Thank
mean, it will get rejected at the visa. I mean, uh, it's not about admission criteria. It's also about visa getting passed or rejected.
How was your visa process? Is
It's
it difficult for Australia or is it comparatively easy? What goes on?
so it's actually not as easy as getting an Australian visa. Is not as easy as UK visa.
Okay.
Now they have made it a little bit tougher these days, because you might have gone through few news articles saying few states were banned from students from few states were banned from
Right.
applying to Australian universities because
Yes.
of what's going on, right?
Yes.
So getting in student visa has become tough these days. They are now they're scrutinizing a lot.
Hmm.
Now the pass percentage has come down. Before, when I did it, it was pretty good, not bad, but now it came down according to recent news articles.
Hmm.
So back then, if you ask in my case what happened, so it took me good 90 days, not 90 days, good 70 days for my visa to get approved.
Okay.
From the date of applying,
Hmm.
so from the date of submitting.
Hmm.
So that's about the visa process and admission. Talking about admission, if I miss about, you asked me about documentation, and what's the other thing? Documents and
And about the whole visa process, how was it? Like, were there any additional documents that were required for the visa? Did you have to submit any
it's not.
SOP for visa as well?
Yeah, so in my case, I had no visa interview. I
Okay.
just applied for admission. I have submitted the documents. I got approval from the immigration department on my visa.
Okay.
So yeah.
What was the time that we are looking at for this whole visa process, and how much time, let's say, if I apply today, and how much time do
Yeah.
you think will I be able to get my visa, Australian visa?
If your application is strong, you might receive it. Back then, you would have received it in 50 to 90 days.
Okay.
In
Okay.
between that period.
Okay. All right. You went in the 2023 intake, right?
Yeah,
Which
2023
intake?
March.
Which March intake? Okay. Now,
March intake.
of course, your admission
Autumn.
process, autumn intake. Okay.
Yeah.
Admission process is done. Your visa process is done. Now it's time to fly to Sydney and just land up at your university. There it is,
Yeah.
the autumn intake, and you're in front of your university, or you're at least at the airport. How was the experience of you landing up there in Australia? What was your initial reaction to this whole new?
Yeah, it's an overwhelming experience for me, because a lot of things are going in my mind. I was worried about a lot of things. I was excited about a lot of things. So it's like a mixed reaction. Part of me is very happy and excited, and part of me is a bit worried about my future, about my decision. So that's what going on. I thought I contemplated how my future would be, and I also worried about whether will I be subjected to racism? Will I have will my English be good here? So can I make a good career here? So there are a lot of questions going in my mind. I'm worried about a lot of things. I'm worried about my finances. Like, will I get a part-time job soon? Can I afford where should I stay, where should I get my accommodation,
What?
a lot of things.
How? Where were you staying initially? How did you look for your accommodation?
So initially I stayed in one of my relatives' home
Okay.
for a month, and in parallel, simultaneously, I was actually looking for houses and accommodation nearby university.
How were you looking? Like, were you visiting houses physically, or do you guys also have a couple of portals that students can go up to?
Yeah, so in my case, there are few apps and portals, as you said, where we can see where the rentals are, where you can get an accommodation. So I have gone through this specific app called Gumtree, where you can see the list of apartments or houses which are on rent.
Okay.
So I have gone through Gumtree, but finally I didn't go through Gumtree. I found my classmates. I actually staying with my friends right now, so they are my classmates.
That's great. That's great. And how does the accommodation rent works up over there? Because back in India, right now I'm in Gurgaon, right? So back in India, we have to pay 1 month rent and a couple months security amount, right?
Right.
To the landlord. Same way there. And what is your rent over there right now?
It's like if I want to be in cities, if I want to be close to city, then it's like $350 a week. Here we need to pay rent in weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, weekly rent. So if someone want to stay close to the city, then they have to pay $350 per week or more than that. If they want to, if they're okay traveling a little bit, and if they want to get an affordable price, then they can choose places which are bit far from the city, but not too far. It's like I'm now around 30 kilometers away from city, the core part of city. So now I'm paying around $200 a week.
Okay, all right.
Which is pretty much cheap or economic.
Right. You're paying $200 and you have a private room, or are you sharing it with someone?
I have a private room.
Okay, that's great. So cool. We'll dive in detail about your living expenses as well. But now I also want to know your tuition fee. What is the amount that you're burning right now?
So initially now things get interesting because initially for the first year when I received my admission, my tuition fee is like $17,000 per semester.
Okay.
With $6,000 scholarship.
Okay.
But now for the second year, they have actually increased the price of subjects.
Okay.
Now my tuition fee gone up to $18,000, $500, something like that. $18,500. So.
And the scholarship, the scholarship amount remains the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So the tuition fee is susceptible to changes. Initially, you might think the tuition fee would be the same all through the years, but no,
that's not the case.
It can change.
Okay,
that's not the case. It can change. Now I have to pay around $18,500 a semester.
Okay. Did you knew about this information when you were
no.
No. Okay, this happened when you went to the university, and now it's like a surprise to you.
Yeah, it's like a surprise to you, big surprise to me, because one more thing is the scholarship is yearly, not per semester, whereas tuition fees is per semester. So here the inflation is high right now. The prices of goods are getting higher and higher. The pays we got pay rise, but it's just by around $1, $2, not more than that. We used to have a basic pay. It's like a legal document which says people need to pay you at least this much of amount. It used to be $22 before. Now they made it $23, 40 cents or 50 cents. So basically they just raised the fair pay by $1, but the prices are the inflation rate is even more higher than the increase in pay.
Right.
That's what I said. So
how will you cope up with all these expenses? I'm sure, of course, you're burning a lot on your tuition fee. Then there is your survival as well, right? We haven't
Yeah.
gone deep into that. Okay, apart from the rent, what all expenses are you doing in a month? Let's say you might be having a couple of bills to pay. Then,
Yeah.
of course, maybe you are going out as well someday to dine out, to eat, something like
Right.
that, right? And then some other miscellaneous expenses as well. Can you give us a monthly scenario, like what all expenses are you doing?
So monthly, apart from rent, I have to pay my electricity bill, internet bill,
Hmm.
water bill. Water bill is not much, but we need to still pay water bills
Hmm.
and travel expenses
Hmm.
and food
Hmm. Hmm.
and other miscellaneous. Like
How
if
much?
they want to
Let's.
buy.
How much is it? How much are you burning for all your bills? Then what is the amount of your transport, and what is the amount that you're burning for your food? Can you tell us about these three
Yeah,
sections?
yeah. On travel, we spend around $200
Okay.
for public transportation.
Okay.
So, uh, if I can say that in terms of weeks, that would be helpful for the people because they have to get used to this weekly
Scenario,
budgeting or
right? Yeah, yeah.
weekly scenario.
Sure. Fine with
So,
us.
so it's like $50 a week for transportation, and
Okay.
the groceries will cost us around $30 to $40 a
Okay.
week.
Okay.
So rent will be around 200 to between 200 to 350, depending on
Okay.
the choice. So
Understood.
internet and electricity are like monthly, not weekly. But
Okay.
if I were to divide it by four and tell you weekly, it's around $25 a week, which
Okay.
is internet.
Okay.
Internet is $25 a week,
Hmm.
and electricity is around again $100 a month, like $25 a week.
Right. So, your electricity and your internet both are $100 per month, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, understood. So now, overall, you're burning anywhere between
No, I
400,
mean, oh sorry, internet is $25 a month. $25 a month.
$25 a month internet.
Because people are sharing with me the internet which I'm
Okay,
paying. It's the
okay,
monthly subscription.
right, right.
We Yeah, internet thing.
Hmm,
It's actually a bit tricky because it also depends on with how many people they are sharing the
hmm,
fee.
hmm, hmm.
So it's the monthly subscription fee is around $90 a month.
Okay,
So if that's a single person, he will be paying $90 a month. If he has got some people,
hmm.
it
Then of course
gets
it will
less.
be. Right,
Yeah.
understood, understood. So is it safe to say that burning in a month, you're burning anywhere between 500, $550 on your survival?
No, that's less. I'm burning more. I'm burning around $1,000 a week. $1,000 a month
Okay.
for my maintenance. I mean, for my food, accommodation, travel,
Hmm.
and all the expenses. It's
All
around.
right. All right.
Yeah.
So what is the least amount of money that an international student has to have in his or her pocket for basic survival in Sydney?
For for 1 month, for two
Yes,
months,
for a month. For a month.
for a month. If they are coming, I mean, now that I've already been here for 8 months.
Hmm.
Now my expenses would be lesser compared
Hmm.
to me who is just arrived. So for
Right.
someone who just arrived, he need to have at least around 2,000 with him, so that $2,000, like around 1 lakh rupees with him,
Hmm. Hmm.
so that he would be able to find a good place to reside, like, to look after his food and
Hmm.
other expenses.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Understood. Now, talking about the scholarship that you have received on your tuition fee, right? What was the process of getting this whole scholarship? Can you tell us more details about this whole
Sure.
scholarship?
So coming to scholarship, I don't have to personally separately apply for a scholarship because
Okay.
the scholarship comes with the admission.
Is it a merit-based
So
scholarship or a need-based scholarship?
it's not merit-based scholarship. It's just they encourage people to pursue masters in electrical because they got a lot of demand in the domestic market but don't have enough supply.
Okay.
It's just that's the incentive to
Okay.
attract international students.
All right. Understood. Understood. Okay. What? So they automatically consider you, and on what basis are they giving you? Just because you're applying for masters in
Yeah, yeah,
electrical.
yeah. It's
Okay.
just the field.
Okay. All right. And you're getting 6,000 amount of scholarship, right?
$1,000
Annually.
a year. Yeah,
Annually.
correct.
Okay. Perfect. Now, are you doing any part-time jobs?
I
What
am doing
what are you doing right now? Where are you working at? How what is the money that you're getting?
it. Yeah, so I'm currently working at a company. It's like APC company. It's like auditing.
Okay.
So I get good pay. I mean, not bad, but this is more than what usually offered in the market.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it's like I receive around $35 a hour,
Okay.
$35 an hour.
Okay.
So, and it depends on how many hours I work
Okay.
to tell about my weekly income.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm currently in holidays, but
Mm-hmm. Okay.
when I'm studying, when I'm taking classes, we have a restriction. We could only work for 24 hours a week,
Mm.
not more than that. So if I work for 24 hours a week for $35 an hour, it's around $800,
Mm.
around
Okay.
close to $800.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
that
That's a
won't be the
good
amount.
that's a good amount
No,
of
no, no.
chunk.
We won't be receiving 800 completely because the detections are high.
Okay.
Uh, the
What are the
tax deduction would be around $150 or $200.
okay.
So the takeaway would be around $600 to $650 a week.
Hmm. Hmm. All right. All right. $600 to $650 in a week.
Yeah, week, yeah, in a
Okay.
week.
Okay. Okay. That's still a decent chunk. At least it is helpful for all the expenses that you are doing
Yeah,
additionally,
that's
right?
right.
That's
That's right.
that's nice. And how did you find this part-time job? What was the way of doing
So,
it?
so here I got it through Indeed,
Okay.
but for most of the jobs here in Australia, the
Hmm.
reference works. If we
Okay.
got someone, if we know someone who is working in that particular company, if that person refers us to their manager, there are high
Hmm.
chances that we end up getting a job there.
I think this is only an Indian thing where if you're studying, you might get options for placements. Anywhere else
Yeah.
in any foreign country, networking works a lot, right?
Yeah, this is very true. This is absolutely true because there's no such thing called placement drive here.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
mean, we do have a job portal where they usually put on few job notifications, advertisements,
Hmm.
but it's still not something like a placement drive.
Hmm. Hmm.
So networking and we need to have good communication skills
Hmm.
and networking. These two play a part along with good skill set in our subject.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How is there any restriction on the amount of hours that you can do for your part-time jobs?
Yeah, we do have restrictions. I mean, while we are taking classes,
Hmm.
we only got to do for 24 hours a week.
Okay.
But in holidays we can do unlimited hours.
Okay. All right. And what is there any minimum wage
One
that
more
is
thing I
set?
need, sorry for interrupting. One more
No.
thing I need to mention here. So applying for job, when it comes to applying for jobs,
Hmm.
there are only few set of jobs which are available. I mean, which where a international student can is eligible to apply.
Hmm.
And majority of jobs are like they ask the basic eligibility is either PR or citizenship
Okay.
or or working visa,
Hmm.
which is not student visa.
Hmm. Hmm.
There's another class of visa which is like skill migration. They got full working rights, but whereas we got limited working rights. So not many job opportunities we do have here as a student. We only got
Hmm.
limited set of jobs where we
Hmm.
can apply and work for. So I used to work at a restaurant before.
Okay.
Now I found a better one.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So
Okay. All right. Understood. But now, I'm sure when we talk about full-time jobs as well, once you're done with your course, right?
yeah, yeah.
What are the challenges that you would be facing as an international student? Is there any challenge related to sponsorship, sponsoring the visa part, and how are the opportunities looking there for you?
So I'm someone who is still studying right now. So I would, if I can share my senior stories, not mine.
Yeah.
So even I can't tell you exactly what's going on with them, what's their challenges are. But here, once we are graduated,
Hmm.
uh, I can see a lot of people still do part-time jobs, like they work for Uber. So still takes a lot of time to get into a company, because the reason is people who are doing MBA, there's a lot of supply in the domestic market. I mean, all the Australians, they like to do MBA. They are into project management and MBA. So if you want me to talk about management and MBA, there's already enough supply in the domestic market.
Okay.
So it's hard for an international graduate, I mean, an international student who is coming from abroad, to get a job in that field. Because I have seen people, I know people who came here 5 years ago, they pursued MBA, but they still didn't get an opportunity in the field they're doing part-time right now. So it's very important to choose a field which has good demand here. I mean, where the demand is more, but still the domestic supply is less. So that they're looking for international students, something like that. So coming to electrical, we got good demand here. It's in Sydney, I can say we got good demand. I know seniors, they actually got into companies. They're in the field, they're in the electrical field, but still they were not fully completely doing things related to electrical. I mean, still there is bit of differences in terms of field of study and field of work.
Okay. All right. Now, it's just your first semester, first or the second semester?
Yeah.
Second semester.
Yeah, I just finished my second semester and now in holidays.
Okay, perfect. So it has just been your second semester. Now you're doing your holidays. What has been the overall experience of 2 semesters spending in Western Sydney University, and how has been your campus life? Let's talk about your college now.
So college life is actually, that's the good thing. I really like my college life. I made good friends. My friends come from very different background. I got friends from Philippines, Nepal, Bangladesh, Pakistan. So we make friends from all backgrounds, all across the world. So the campus life is so good. It's good because we also got good facility. Like we have access to our campus 24/7, so we can go to our campus anytime. And the facilities are good. The teaching, the professors, they're all good, friendly.
I want to ask you about, because you mentioned a lot of diversity already in your friends group. I want to ask you about the batch. How is your batch looking like? People are from what all backgrounds, and what is the general profile that is being accepted in this particular course by Western Sydney University?
So all of my friends had done bachelor's in electrical.
Okay.
Either electrical and electronics engineering or electrical and communication engineering.
Okay.
So something related to electrical they have done in their bachelor's. So this is our common thing.
Okay. And what is the batch diversity that we're looking at?
So you're looking at someone from Philippines, someone from Nepal, someone from Bangladesh, and someone from Pakistan. Other international, I mean, there are few out of, I mean, there are many others from Sri Lanka, from other parts of the world, but my batch contains these people.
Okay. And what is the majority chunk? Is it Indians or Australians over there?
Coming to my specific course, electrical.
Yes.
Okay, in my course, majority, this is tough because for each subject we got different set of people. I mean, my classmate changed from subject to subject because we had this chance of choosing the subjects. We got a list of subjects from which we can choose few subjects. It's not mandatory to study all the subjects. Around if let's say there's a list of 20 subjects and we can choose 15 subjects from that list. So something like that. So people choose the subjects they like. So if I were to generalize and say, I would say majority of Nepalis are Indians.
Okay.
So Asians, Southern Asians.
Asians. Okay. All right. And what about the overall campus? What is the majority uh, ethnicity that is there?
In the campus, it's again maybe Indians.
Okay. All right. So a lot of Indians are still.
There's not much of difference between Indians and Nepalis.
Yeah.
Even Nepalis are in good strength, Indians are in good strength, and also people from China are good strength. So it's really, I mean, if someone is leading, they will be leading just by few amount, not overwhelming majority.
But aren't like Australian folks studying in Western Sydney University? Are you guys not getting? Okay.
No.
Why do you think it's that? Why are the locals not there?
Yeah, because there is something called TAFE here, where the citizens get free education from that particular website, or it's like an online learning thing, or we also got, I'm not pretty much sure, but it has also got few offline classes. So someone who is citizen here would rather prefer to go through TAFE rather than joining Western Sydney or any other university. Okay. Because that's free.
Okay, understood. But again, eventually all of you guys will be competing for the same job.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And one more thing, coming to electrical, most of the people see here, we need to have some skill assessment, and there is a specific board called Engineers Australia which has to accept our skill assessment and approve that the bachelor's education we had is valid, and then we will be able to apply for jobs, and then we get the jobs. Whereas for people who are citizens here, their work rights will come at the age of 14.
Oh, okay.
So I'm 24 now. So if someone just working in that field, I mean, someone who is in his 18s or someone who is in their 90s, if they did some certification, a small certification which get finished off in 1 year, they can get a job here in the electrical company. So it's like that.
Okay, understood. All right. So now I think we're coming to the end of the conversation over here.
Yeah.
We have tried and covered most of the important aspects that were associated with your study abroad journey for Australia, right? But to end this whole conversation, I have a small rapid fire round that I want to play with you. Let's just try and be the Karan Johars of study abroad, right? So, okay, I hope you give your answers quick, and yes, are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, my first question is, what is your favorite hangout spot inside your university?
Not inside university.
Okay, then what is your favorite spot?
My university is in Parramatta, so there is a Parramatta riverside view where people usually go there. Okay. That's my favorite.
Perfect. All right. Let's say if I give you a chance to change anything about Western Sydney University, what would it be?
Nowadays, we are attending a lot of online classes. It's actually going a lot of online than offline. So if I get a chance, I would make it more offline and then less online.
Okay. How is the course and curriculum for your program? Try rating it out of 10.
7.5.
7.5. Why 7.5? Why not a complete 9 on 10?
Yeah, the curriculum is good. Whereas coming to course, it's not as comprehensive and detailed as it is back in India. When I did my bachelor's in Amrita University, the teachers explained us everything in detail. It was used to be very comprehensive there, but coming here, it's not very much detailed.
Okay.
The teaching.
Okay.
So the teachers give us a brief idea of what the concepts are, and they then provide us with references to IEEE papers and journals, and they give us material, and we need to do the homework. We need to do a lot of self-learning, and then we need to give our exams.
Okay, all right. Understood. Now, talking about the faculty, try and rate your faculty out of 10, and if and how is their teaching style?
Yeah, I would rate 8.5. And their teaching style is very friendly. They are very approachable.
Mhm.
So if someone has a doubt, we can mail the professor. We can ask them in the class, or yeah, these two things. So
Okay, all right, all right. Have you faced any incident of racism with you back in Australia?
yeah, there is not active racism, but I would say there is passive racism here.
Yeah, okay.
My neighbors are Aussies. I can't speak loud about it.
Yeah, that's
So we do have passive racism.
okay, okay. And is this the case scenario with every Indian student that is about to land in Australia, or what do you think?
Might be.
Uh,
I mean, I can't generalize and say that every Australian is racist, but
hmm,
I found people who are very good. They are literally so welcoming, warm, and nice to me. But
hmm,
I also came across people who are mean, bit like a racist. I
hmm.
mean, I had the experiences.
Okay,
So
okay. All right. Another question now. Do you miss India? And what is that one thing that
yeah,
you miss about India?
food.
Tell me
Oh,
your favorite food that you are missing the most right now.
see, I'm missing everything. I'm a vegetarian,
Yeah.
and and it's even more hard for a vegetarian to stay here.
Mm,
I mean, we are compromising on a lot of food.
mm,
All the curries, all the street foods like
mm.
pani puri, samosa,
Yeah,
hot chop, pav bhaji.
yeah. Right, right.
It's yeah, and yeah, food. I
Okay.
miss a lot.
Okay, all right. Um, all right. Try and rate your friends' cooking skills that you guys might be doing in the apartment some days. Do you guys?
Okay,
I hope you guys cook.
so yeah, we do cook, but we're not professionals, you know, right?
Yeah,
So
of course.
we had our buns and
Right.
the I mean, so we had all the experiences.
Mhm.
So I'm good cook. I'm okay, not bad.
Okay.
I would give myself a 7, not 7. 7 is too much. 6.5 out of 10.
All right, guys. Sai is being very modest about his cooking skills right now. But let's say what he has to speak about his flatmates who are living there. How is their
That's so good.
cooking?
And one more thing, the amazing thing is I found vegetarian flatmates. We are 4 people here.
Very nice.
So all 4 of them, and I'm the Andhra guy, and rest 3 of us come from Haryana.
Hmm,
So
hmm.
it's like 2 states thing.
Yeah. Of course, of course.
So they make roti, I make curry,
Okay.
something like that. I make rice, and I make some sort of plain biryani thing. They don't call it biryani, but if something
Yeah,
close to that,
yeah.
so I
Okay.
make that.
All right, all right. Now, if you would get a chance, if you would get a chance to change one particular thing about the accommodation in general, what would
The
that
prices
be?
should go down. The prices should go down. I mean, they're ridiculously high now, and it's going up again. So it's not affordable at all. I mean, major chunk of our monthly income goes for rentals. For accommodation, 25 to 30% will go for, even more than that. 25 to 35% could go for rents.
Okay, understood. Now, my last question. Try and rate Western Sydney University out of 10.
It's 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Why cutting the 2 marks?
Why cutting the 2 points? It's going online more than offline. It's like giving me more like an online course vibe. So the other point where it's lacking is the classes are not very elaborate. They are brief. They are not too much into details. So these are 2 points which are lacking. Yeah.
Understood. Sai, this has been a very great conversation, very detailed, very good answers from your end. Thank you so much for doing this. Do you have any final words for all the study abroad
Yeah.
aspirants that are, you know, might be thinking about Australia or Western Sydney University in particular?
So for people who are actually planning to come to Western Sydney in doing electrical, that's actually a good decision, I would say. Here, there are good chances. I mean, there are good opportunities, and the universities are good. So I would say that's a good decision. Uh, do join Western Sydney Uni and come to Australia. Prefer Australia over other countries if you're preferring to get your masters in electrical, because it's again, if I were to go back to that countries versus countries, there's one more point. The pays here are good. The remuneration or compensation are actually higher in Australia than in Canada,
Okay.
and the visa is not very good, or if I the visa is good here. In Australian visa is better than UK visa.
Hmm.
I can't give a statement like this, but if you're planning to pursue electrical, then Australian market is good. Australian visa, you will get a chance to be a permanent resident. You can settle here. It's more promising here. So I would say it's a good decision to come to Australia if you're looking to pursue masters in electrical.
Okay. All right.
All the best, guys.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Sai, for doing this, and
Thank you so
I
much.
hope you have a great study journey ahead, and I hope
Thank
you
you.
make a good life there in Australia. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so that was everything about Western Sydney University and how is it like to study in Australia as an international student. I hope आप सबको ये वीडियो काफी पसंद आया होगा. Comment section में अपने queries, अपने questions and what more do you want me to talk with all the international students, उसके बारे में आप comment section में लिखो. I will be responding to all your comments, and till then I will be seeing you in the next video. See you soon. This is me, Swapnil, signing off. Bye.